Hey y'all. So this is just a quick intuitive message, channel message, whatever you want to call it. Um, so if it's yours and you know it resonates with you, then take it for what it is, all right? If it's not love, then check out one excuse me, Lord. Check out one of the other videos and see if you resonate with any of those. And if so, and you're new here, please tap the subscribe button so you can catch the new videos that come that are uploaded. And yeah, like this one if it resonates. Leave me a comment letting me know a little more detail about how it resonates for you. But anywho, so at this time, there are some of you that are like on the brink of some really, really, really big things. And there's this energy of you knowing that, and you are really goal oriented. And, some of you don't necessarily have the plan just yet, but you know what you want to do. And you've been either trying to manifest or do vision boards, or just even if you're taking like little minor steps here and there towards it, but you don't have like the full plan mapped out, whatever. Small progress is still progress, first and foremost. So keep at it. All right. For others of you, you obviously you've set your goals, you have a mapped out plan, you've been checking off stuff and making way towards what it is that you expect for yourself coming within this new year, right? Or just creating within this new year. For some of you guys, that is the key word here. You're creating, and the thing is you have to make sure that you stay focused at this time, and it's pretty crucial for you to do so, simply because at this time what you're creating is something that is very much needed by the collective. Okay, even if it's as simple as it just is something that's going to uplift you and keep your vibration high. And so by that I mean, you know, you say you go ahead and you accomplish your goals, right? Or you start getting good news about the things that you're working on, right? And this is going to lift and raise your frequency and keep you in the frequency in which you need to continue creating, to continue to, manifesting and bringing in these beautiful things for you, right? And those that you are connected to. So, there's going to be a lot of distractions, whether it be distractions that you kind of create on your own, right? And, example of that would be, instead of you really being focused on, okay, this is what I set out to do today, or even if you didn't set out to do something, but you just know that there's things that you have to do. So whether that be you got to study, you have to read whatever book you bought so that that book can enhance your skills or just your knowledge for what you need to do going forward, or you got to go drop off some paperwork, or you have to, draw up some paperwork, or whatever you have to do, right? Instead of you doing those things, you are allowing your mind to be distracted by things such as social media, scrolling Facebook, or I don't even know if I'm supposed to say other sites on this YouTube, because I know they be acting crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. You scrolling one of the other social networks, right? Or just sitting in and watching, movies, and don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with those things. It's just that at this time, if you know that you haven't done any type of thing that is going to be productive towards your goals, then it's necessary that you be more focused in doing that, right? um but you're also going to have outside distractions, okay? And for some of y'all, I'm getting it's actually a combination of the two, right? So example, you are on social media, and there are people on social media who are trying to distract you, or for the timer. So spirit is with you guys. Don't take the message, for what it is for sure, because, it's very important to be focused. But I have a strong feeling that spirit's kind of going to make it aware to you, which obviously this video could be one way, but then it also could just be as simple as once you get to scrolling, you might see something that you probably didn't even want to see, and it might throw you off and just be like, you know what, I ain't supposed to be in here, no way. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to what I was saying. For some of y'all, like, it could just be as simple as you make a comment on something and then somebody wants to have a back and forth word battle with you online. Okay. And you kind of think to yourself, like, why am I even doing this? Like, just, or what, I don't know. It's just, that's just an example. But my point is, there's gonna be like distractions, okay? And so that's just from that aspect. Then you could have, people just randomly calling you that don't want nothing but to gossip or just whatever, right? Something that's not gonna, and don't get me wrong, it's okay to obviously, talk with your people and whatnot and catch up and all that. That's perfectly fine, right? But if it's not, you know, a conversation that's really doing you any, like if y'all not having talks about, like if you can't just talk to that person about what you're working on, or if you can't have that conversation with that person and then they say, oh, did you work on such and such today? Or, oh, like it being a conversation of substance and them inspiring you or keeping you on track or whatever, then take hints of that, like pay attention to that, right? Because you need to be communicating with individuals right now who are going to kind of hold you accountable, right? If they notice, like, oh, we've been on this phone for an hour and you ain't said nothing about you working on, your book or whatever you got going on, right? You ain't said nothing to me about if you put your orders in for your boutique or just whatever, right? And so it's just really important to pay attention to just everything that you are doing, as far as if you're actually being productive, or if you are allowing a lot of the things outside of yourself and even within yourself, because sometimes you can just be too much in your head and overthinking everything, that you're not making moves, right? Because you're just completely overthinking everything, And I personally resonate with that because I'm definitely an overthinker. I got that real bad. So that part is probably for me as well, right? But anywho, but yeah, so just that in itself. But then you got all the many other things that could be a form of distraction. Your life, what you got going on, and being that you are hearing this reading, you'll be able from moving forward to just really kind of stop for a minute and pause and pinpoint, like, okay, this kind of what Divine Elevated Love was talking about. Like, yeah, let me get back on track. I'm a little off. And that's okay. But the best part about it is just making sure that you catch yourself so that you can get back on track and make sure that you are knocking your goals out. Make sure that you are, just communicating with the people who are, like I say, going to keep you accountable to what you said you working on, or assisting you with your process of whatever it is that you're doing, because we just don't have time for distractions right now. It's important for us right now to really lock in and get it done and be able to say that we won. Okay. But yeah, so that is your quick channel message for today. I love you all. I thank you all so much for tapping in with your girl and with us, vibrating on our frequency and making it do what it do. I hope that you are continuously working on yourself, just as an individual, and loving on yourself, giving yourself that self-care, loving on others, and showing others that good people, genuine people still walk this earth and are individuals of God's divine white light and all that good stuff. Okay, so I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the new subscribers. Welcome. And I will talk to y'all next reading. All right. Be well. Stay focused.